Layering synths.
Okay, here we go. Let's get some synths in there then. Let's start off with let's start with
Serum 2, yeah.
Everyone loves that.
It's just brand new, so everyone can have a right bang on it. Yes, makes it right in the middle, yeah.
No one's heard it before.
No.
Brand new synth.
Yeah.
So I suppose when it comes to layering synths, you want like different styles. So like you might want a base layer, a middle layer, and maybe a top layer. So let's just go with that.
So layering, techno synths. So obviously, just before we start, so this technique really is, you've got, I mean, normally Serum 2, it's got 3 oscillators. We add 2, so you'd layer them 2 oscillators together, and then to make your sim sound and craft it and run it through the FO filter, blah blah blah, you make your sound. Then what we're doing with this now is to get more better other characters in the sound. You can then use another synth itself, so it's much like you're adding another 2 or 3 oscillators to that, but then with different characteristics and sounds to make a top layer and then also a sub layer, so it's not just all the same sound, top, middle and bottom.
Okay, so we'll just go through like we'll just use presets for this.
Let's just use hard techno.
Yeah. Quite a nice bassy synth.
Yeah.
So that one's a bit more of a MIDI kind of thing. Very top. That's a weird one, isn't it? And it might not all be top, middle, bottom, but let's go with that first one. Because that's got a good bass to it.
Yeah, it's got a good bottom and mids to it, hasn't it, really? So
if we could call that synth bass.
Yeah.
And if we draw like a little bit of a synth line in, we'll just do a simple one for now.
Yeah, just do a little pattern. Chris just drawing a little pattern in.
That's me. You have to get rid of that one. I've no idea what this is going to sound like. But there we go. So that would be our bassy part of the synth. So we would. You can hear we've got like a kick and stuff. Let's just get rid of that. Let's just make this a bit more interesting, even though it's boring as fuck.
And then change that down a little bit of a.
There we go. So we've got some. So we might want to make, because this is supposed to be the bassy synth, we might want to just like shift this down a note.
Really doing that really adds that grit to the.
Yeah.
You know.
And we might actually want to take off some of that top end if this is the bass element. So we just use a bit of EQ. We'll just use the.
EQ.
Use any one really, and we'll come back to this EQ.
Yeah.
Right, over to the next one. So maybe we'll go to the mids, and this we'll use that serum again because we found another preset, a nice preset in the other just before. So if we go this more MIDI one, quite a MIDI kind of thing sound. So we'll just use the same MIDI. We'll play this one we've copied over the low notes, so we need to bring these up a bit. That sounds good. So let's just get those working together a bit better. I can remember how the bottom. There we go. Get another EQ on this time on the mid one. Chopping out those lower layers, giving this one more room to breathe. And I'm probably going to come back to this one and probably just that's just taking out some of the top end, so it's not fighting as much. So I'm going to rename that synth mid, and then one more. That's all we need.
Just like I say, it's just about finding some nice little quirky textured lead sim sounds now to add in the middle. That just sort of makes it a little bit unique.
And you don't have to go with 3. We're just using this as an example. These are just literally like the first leads we've found.
Go into a different part, not just them hard ones.
Go on then. Go on. Let's have a listen.
Yeah, look, that's got like little quirky little 8-bit sort of buzz to it.
Yeah, well, let's try it.
So you can just sometimes you can try them in for them little top ones just to add some.
That sounds quite nasty. So I'm going to use that was quite loud, that one. So I'm going to use volume to like bring it up and sort of fit it in with the other sounds.
So I mean, it adds like a little bit of a texture to it, doesn't it? So
yeah, it's not one I would choose.
But
it's working.
Yeah, but look, we're just showing it works. But
and look, we'll take off loads of the middle as well. So it's just that.
Yeah.
And then you may want to just group them up. You can use compression.
Oh,
to,
extra tip.
Extra tip.
Extra tip.
Yeah. To like squish them together and make them one sound. So like at the moment, because we've got the levels and the EQ kind of like, they're kind of fitting together, but they're not quite. So you can use something like what's the compressor in here called? Just compressor.
Compressor. Yeah.
Nailed it.
It's called compressor.
So use peak. Don't use RMS. It's not. And bring down. Increase. What you're going to do is increase the attack. Keep it about 20, maybe 30 milliseconds to get that punch through. Bring the threshold down a bit. Decrease the release. There you go. Turn that off. Kind of gels it together.
Yeah.
Done.
Easy.